Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-34-85M. It's a Soviet Tier 6 premium medium tank, and this one is under the command of Luxcassis, and he's on the south spawn of Pilsen. Or is it the north spawn? I think it's the south spawn actually. But he's in platoon with his dad, and his dad is K3nto, and he's in the T-34-85 just off to the right there. The one with the 1945 markings on, and between them is also a platoon mate in an M44 with the Christmas wrapping.
Let's go.
And battle has started. Luxcassis is making his way off to the east side of the map with his dad K3nto. Now the T-34-85 was produced in 1943 at factory 183. It's got a better gun than the original T-34. It's got an 85mm, can do 144mm of penetrate 144mm of armor, and does 180 hit points of damage. Now he's moving off through the coal pits, and I think they're going to probably come out round the corner, start shooting at the enemy tanks to the north. Sorry, it's yes, it is 180. Yep. And we've got our first targets. T-34-85. He fires a round in, and he gets a hit. 175 hit points. His dad fired as well, but he missed the target. It went slightly behind that T-34. Fires another round in. That goes through the crane. Moving up, they've got that T-34 still ahead. There he is. Oh, got a hit there, and the kill went to a Skoda T-25. Okay, they're moving up through the bushes. Normally light tanks on this side of the battlefield, but there are TDs that tend to go into those hills just ahead, so we need to be a bit careful. Now we can see that their platoon mate is actually over on the far west side of the map. Oh, there's the poodle, and he got a hit with the first shot. 207, that's a high roll. Trying to get the shot on the poodle, but the T-34-85, like all Soviets, has very poor gun depression. But he got a shot into that and took out the poodle. There's a Cromwell just round the corner. Now he needs to approach it with both his dad at the same time, so they can both get shots into him. He's got a wicked fire rate, the Cromwell. Gets one round in and tracks him. And blocks the shot. In return, gets another round in for 193. High roll. Fires the third round in and gets the kill. In fact, that was a very high roll. Or was it? No, it was a 68 hit point one. So it was all he had left. Okay. Now there's a Skoda T-25 somewhere around, not just that one that was on our team, which just got killed. And of course the Skoda T-25's got a 3-shot magazine, which is quite deadly. And there's a Skoda, there's a Type 64 Chinese light tank. He's disappearing. Looks like the enemy's gone down the west side of the map. Well, we're headed towards the cap. We've got a Cromwell for company, and that was an enemy Arty shell. Still no sign of that Skoda. Oh, there he is! Okay, we're locked on. Firing in, gets a hit. 169, low roll. Oh, and the Skoda is then wiped out by our Cromwell. There's a Hummel over there. Enemy Arty. He's a bit low, we can't hit him. Type 64 has gone around the side of that building, so he's difficult to shoot at the moment. Yeah, he's on the building beyond. This is Churchill 7. We're 2 tanks ahead at the moment. We're near the enemy cap. We could start capping. Okay, Kento's gone into the cap. There's an M4 over there. In fact, it's the EC2, the Super Jumbo. And he's pulled away from that door because obviously the 85mm gun is more than a match for him. Oh, no, Kento's come out of the cap. There's a Hummel nearby. He's going for him. There's the Hummel. Dialed in. And we auto-aimed. We missed him. How that happened. Oh, gets the hit the second time. Low roll. And he gets the kill. Right, 9 against 7 now. So we're 2 up. And the enemy started capping. They must have reached cap, yep. And they've got 3 heavies, a light, and 2 Artys. And the enemy Arty, or one of the enemy Artys, has been spotted by K3nto. He's going for it. It's an MX-13F3, and he's been killed. But they've got 3 in the cap now. We really need to hustle and get to the enemy cap as quickly as we can to get a reset. So Luxcassis is not messing around. He's not waiting. Oh, there's an M44. He can take that out on the go if he can. Oh, the M44 misses on his derp. We get the first shot in and get the kill shot.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Now we need to get a reset. There's the Churchill 7. We fire in. Oh, no, we miss. 11 seconds left. 10, 9. Oh, he needs to get a reset. Quickly, hit one of them. And he does. So he's got 1 reset. Now he needs to hit one of the others to get the reset on them too. He's still going up to the Type 64. You should try and reset the others. Bounces around from the 3601. Takes out the Type 64. Now he's going for the 3601. Gets a shot in. High roll. Fires another one in. Another high roll. 1 more. That's it. Got him. Now, Churchill 7. He's using the wreck for cover. We can put rounds into his side though. That was a high roll just. And the Churchill 7's taken out. And that was the last enemy. And we've capped out to win as well. And it looks like there was a high caliber there. And that last kill was his Top Gun. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Yes, look at this. Ace tanker for Luxcassis in the T-34-85. He also picked up a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage overall during the battle for his team, and he also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 6. But best of all, he picked up a Pascucci's medal for taking out 2 of the Arty, the Hummel and the M44. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, a Defender medal for resetting the cap and getting at least 70 defense points in doing so, and lastly a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he got 6th kill when he took out the VTA 3601. So let's have a look at the win 8. That was 10,561 super unicum level, very, very high, and he did put in a lot of work on that battle to make sure. I mean, whilst the other tanks were sitting around near the cap, he was off trying to get the reset as quickly as he could. Now let's have a look at team scores, see where we stood. Top of the table, 3,001 hit points of damage. Next highest scorer was the KV2. He only managed 1,290, which is less than half of Luxcassis' score. Then came the M44 of his platoon mate, SalMcKean. He managed to get 1,029. Now, if we look for his dad, yes, he came in 5th with 823 hit points of damage. So when it came to kills, he was right at the top of the table with 6. The next highest scorer was the KV2, the M44, the M36, all got 1 kill apiece, as well as his dad, who managed to get 1. But when it came to base XP, look at that, 1,468 base XP, more than double the highest score of the next player, which was his dad, K3nto, who managed 633. Then came the MX-13F3 with 580. So let's have a look at detail and see exactly how it panned out. Well, 25 shots fired, 19 direct hits, 19 penetrations. The 85mm is very good at penetrating the enemy in battles like that. He did damage of 3,001 hit points, of which 368 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits from the enemy, and both of them were non-penetrations. They actually hit the armor and didn't manage to get through. He blocked damage of 355 hit points during the battle. He spotted one enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, that's 3/5 of the enemy team, and killed 6 of the enemy, 2/5 of the enemy team. He also did damage assistance of 1025 hit points, and that's how he managed to pick up the spotter medal. And when he reset the cap, he managed to get 81 defense points, and that meant that he earned the defender medal with 11 hit points to spare, or cap points to spare. On a standard account, he earned 50,415 credits, and after resupply of ammunition, because there was no repair, because he didn't suffer any damage at all during that battle, amazingly, he managed to get through the entire battle, no damage. And that's a testament to the fact that the T-34-85 does have pretty good armor, but also to the fact that when he handled that tank, he handled it extremely well. So after resupply of ammunition, he took away 46,040 credits. That's the sort of score you would normally see of a premium account, let alone a standard account. So extremely good, extremely well played. He also picked up 4 bonds for getting the high caliber, the top gun, the defender, and the Pascuccis, and 1,468 base XP, 293 because this is a premium vehicle, and he took away 1,761 experience points altogether. So a fantastic round there by Luxcassis, and it shows a lot of promise. The fact that he managed to get through the entire battle, get an ace tanker, Pascucci's high caliber, defender and top gun, and suffer no damage whatsoever whilst playing with his dad is fantastic. So great round, and I'm really pleased that we've managed to do this replay. Congratulations Luxcassis, you show a lot of promise. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.